The first thing the girl did after her rebirth was to deliberately hand in a blank exam paper, because she knew that no matter how well she scored, the results would be stolen by her sister in the end. So she decided she would never work hard again. In her previous life, she studied day and night, yet still ranked dead last every year, while her sister never studied, but always came first in the entire grade. Determined to surpass her, the girl pushed herself even harder. But strangely, the harder she worked, the worse her scores became. In the end, she scored just 3 points on the college entrance exam. Her sister easily got into Oxford University. Devastated, the girl gave up on everything and jumped off a building. It wasn't until the moment of her death that she finally learned the truth. Her parents had secretly swapped her fate with her sister's since childhood, so no matter how hard she tried, all her academic efforts would be transferred to her sister. And all of this was because she wasn't their biological daughter. When the girl opened her eyes again, she realized she had returned to 1 month before the college entrance exam. Before she could process it, a strange voice echoed in her mind. After hearing its detailed explanation, she remembered the pain of her past life. Without hesitation, she chose the system that allowed her to give up trying. At that moment, her parents walked in with kind smiles, comforting her not to give up, saying it was okay to be last again in the mock exam, and that they had already signed her up for tutoring. They believed she would turn things around in the real test. In her past life, she had naively thought this was love, but now she knew it was all for their selfish agenda. When her sister heard she was going to tutoring again, she immediately mocked her, calling her stupid and saying it was a waste of money. Hearing that, the girl realized her sister didn't yet know about the swapped fate. Using her sister's mockery as an excuse, she refused the tutoring arrangement. After she left, her parents stared resentfully at her sister because they knew her grades were terrible, and to secure her a top 3 spot in the national physics competition and a guaranteed place at Oxford, they had swapped the sisters' fortunes. Fortunately, the girl's academic foundation was strong. As long as she performed normally tomorrow, her sister would get the recommendation. The next day, the physics competition began as scheduled. Her father pretended to comfort her gently, saying no matter what happened, she would always be his daughter. Once the bell rang, the test began. But while everyone was busy reading questions, the girl suddenly stood up, ready to submit a blank paper. According to the rules, you couldn't submit until 30 minutes had passed, so the girl simply laid her head down and fell asleep. Meanwhile, her sister picked up the test, only to realize she couldn't understand a single question. 2 hours later, the bell rang, waking the girl from her nap. Her parents rushed into the room, eager to ask how she did. Hearing her say she did unusually well, her father grew excited, believing she must have scored first. Her mother, already confident her daughter was heading to Oxford, publicly gifted her a brand new phone. The surrounding students were all envious. Half an hour later, the head proctor entered the room, announcing that due to the region's outstanding performance, the Ministry of Education had approved a special cash award of $300,000 with $100,000 each for the top 3 students. The first 2 winners were announced, but her sister's name was nowhere to be found. Her parents grew confused and turned to her in disbelief. At that moment, the girl sarcastically commented from the side, but her parents immediately scolded